Hi guys, welcome back to my virtual Salt and Soul studio. My name's Alexa and I'll be guiding you through this about 40-minute power vinyasa today. We have a beautiful day outside and this is my new backyard setup in our new house. We're officially all settled in, so I'm so excited to be here and get started with you. So whenever you're ready, you can settle in an easy seat with your knees bent, legs crossed, and we'll gently begin by rocking side to side to really just root down through those sit bones. Gently let your eyes fall closed here. We'll bring the hands to the knees. They can be facing up to receive or down to ground, whatever your practice may need today. But with that, just settle in. Slowly begin to roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Releasing any tension in your jaw and your forehead. So you just find some stillness with your breath here. We'll start off with a full cleansing breath together. So inhale through your nose, fill up. Exhale through your mouth, let it go. One more just like that, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And on your next breath, you can slowly start to wiggle those fingers, blink your eyes open. We'll inhale, reach those arms overhead. Exhale, drop your left hand down to the mat, reach over with the right. Finding a side stretch here for 3 full breaths. Last one here. And drop it back down to the mat. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, drop your right hand down, reach over with the left. 3 breaths here. Breath 2. And 3. Slowly coming back up to center. We'll flip over here. Send those knees wide, feet come to touch. Walk your hands out to the top of the mat and just let your forehead rest heavy here. Finding an extended child's pose, keeping those elbows lifted. Breath 2. Last one here. We'll thread the needle, so reach your right arm high and thread it over to the left side of your mat. Right ear is down, and walking that left hand out toward the top of your mat. One more full breath here. Stay for your exhale. And slowly come back to center in your child's pose. Opposite side, left arm comes high and thread it over to the right. Looking under that right arm here. Maybe you can walk those fingertips out a little bit further. One more breath. And then coming back to center. One full breath in your child's pose here. And then slowly roll up into a tabletop position, stacking those hands under the shoulders, knees come under the hips. We'll go through our cat-cows here. So on your inhale, drop your belly, gaze goes high. Exhale, arch your spine, look between your thighs. Inhale into your cow. And exhale into your cat. Can keep going with these. Matching your breath with your movement. Can always add in some rocking forward and backward. or moving those hips around in a circle. And then whenever you're ready, we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop position, finishing out your round here. Tuck those toes long behind you. Lift your knees 1 inch up off the mat, hugging your belly button in toward your spine, bear pose. For 3, 2, 1, send everything back, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet here, or come high on the toes and then try to drive your heels down into the mat. Just stretching out that back side of your body. And then finding stillness in your down dog, pressing your chest back toward your thighs. Generous bend in those knees. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Grab opposite elbows and rock side to side for ragdoll. Plant those hands, heel toe your feet to touch, and slowly roll up into standing. Arms reach overhead, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, diving back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk those hands out into a high plank. We're going to go through a vinyasa here, so always the option to drop it down to your knees, or if you're with me in this high plank, we'll shift forward 1 inch, lower down, elbows stay in, flip those toes, rise up, upward facing dog, and exhale, press back down dog. Always the option to skip those or modify them, taking it on your knees, your practice, whatever feels good. On your next breath, tippy toe walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, mountain. We'll go through our sun salutations here. Start warming up the body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazes forward. Exhale, plant those hands, step it back, right then left, shift forward, take your flow. We'll meet in a downward facing dog, no rush. Full breath in your downward facing dog. And then step that right foot forward, then the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, left then right. Take your vinyasa, and we'll meet in a downward dog. Step your left foot forward, then the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain. And we'll sit back right into a chair pose on the exhale. Scooping that pelvis down and under, engaging your core here. And holding for 1 breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back. Take your vinyasa. We'll meet in our down dog. On your next breath, send that right leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Take ankle circles one way, and then the other. Step your right foot forward and rise up, warrior 1. That back foot angled out 45 degrees. Elbows are hugging in toward the ears. 1 more full breath here. Plant those hands, step it back, and flow it through.
Full breath here. And then send that left leg high. Bend your knee. Ankle circles in one direction. And then the other.
Step that left foot forward, rise up, warrior one.
Breath 2. Last one here. Plant those hands. Step it back and take your flow. And to finish out this Sun B, we'll hop toward the top of the mat.
So bend your knees, look between your hands, and hop forward.
Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, chair. Sitting back, tucking that tailbone under. Elbows say squeezing in toward your ears for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Just melt back down to the mat. One more full breath here. Inhale, arms rise, mountain. Down through heart center. And by your side for Tadasana. Shake it out. Feel free to grab a quick drink or a break. We'll meet back at the top of our mat for our standing warriors. All right, welcome back. We will get started at the top of the mat yet again. And on your inhale, arms reach overhead, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back. Option to just press back into down dog or take a vinyasa. From your downward facing dog, step that right foot forward, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel those hands, step it back, and take your flow. Step your left foot forward, rise up, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel those hands, step it back, and flow it through.
Step your right foot forward, rise up, warrior one.
Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior.
Exhale, back to warrior two. And then straighten out that front right leg. Reach forward and down with your right arm, bringing it down to your shin, a block, the mat, whatever feels good for you.
Gaze is up toward that left thumb here for triangle. And we're here for one more full breath. And slowly make your way back to warrior two. We'll drop that right forearm to the right thigh and reach overhead yet again, finding a side angle here. Option to stay here, drop that right hand down to the mat. Extended side angle, reaching overhead with the left.
Stay here, or you can find a bind by reaching that left arm behind the back, right arm comes under the thigh.
And gazes up over that left shoulder, finding 2 more full breaths wherever you are. Last one here. And slowly drop both hands down to the mat.
Left arm stays down, right arm reaches high for easy twist. Option to stay here, or maybe drop that left knee down to your mat, bend your knee, and reach back for that foot, ankle, whatever feels good. Just finding a little quad stretch here.
One more full breath. And release, plant those hands, step it back, and flow it through. Full breath in your downward facing dog here to reset.
Step that left foot forward, rise up warrior one. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten out that front left leg, reach forward and down with your left hand. Gaze is up toward your right thumb here, finding triangle pose on this side. One more full breath here. And then slowly rise back up to warrior two.
From here, drop that left forearm to your left thigh, right arm reaches high. Finding side angle here. Option to stay here or drop that left hand down to the mat, reaching around for the bind. And we're here for 2 more full breaths. Last one. And release. Can bring both hands down to the mat, facing forward. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches high for easy twist. Breath 2. Last one. Plant those hands, step it back, and flow it through. All right, full breath in your downward facing dog here. Nice job with that. We're gonna shift forward into a high plank, setting yourself up with those hands right under your shoulders, drawing your belly button in toward your spine.
Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Drop your left knee to the mat. Left hand stays down. We're going to swivel around to the right side, reaching that right arm high. Modified side plank here. Stay for a full breath. And then we're going to thread the needle here, so reach that right arm down and under. Exhale, reach it back high.
Option to stay here, or we can lift that top leg or stack those feet, reaching that right arm overhead.
Maybe you stay right here, or see if you can lift that top leg, holding it high or bringing it into a tree pose here with me. We're holding here for another 3, 2, 1.
Drop it back down to center, resetting in the middle with another plank here. For 3, 2, 1, drop your right knee down. This time we'll turn to face the left. That left arm is reaching high. And then thread it under. Inhale, reach it back high. Stay here.
Maybe you lift that top leg, or you see if you can stack those feet. Reach that left arm overhead, and then maybe lifting that top leg, finding that same tree pose on this side. Ooh, we got a little wobble today.
For 3, 2, 1, drop it back to center, holding here, and then dropping to the knees. Knees come wide. Take a child's pose, take a break, grab a drink, whatever your body needs right now. We are just going to be resting here. Maybe you stay here or reach those hands around for the bottoms of your feet, letting all the weight press down through your forehead into your mat, just grounding down. One more full breath here. And then bringing those arms back overhead and rolling up into a tabletop position.
Always the option to go through a few cat-cows here. Just rinse out that spine.
And then pressing back into a downward facing dog. We've got a few more standing sequences and then we'll be on our mat here. So on your next breath, send your right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Tap your right knee to your right tricep and kick it back out. This time, knee comes into nose, arch your spine for cheetah, and kick it back out. Last one, right knee to left elbow, and kick it back out. Stay here or flip your dog. So your belly is up, right arm reaches to the top of your mat for 3, 2, 1. Flip back over, three-legged dog. And then step that right foot forward. Drop your left knee down to the mat. Arms come overhead for kneeling crescent. Maybe you find a mini back bend here. And then straighten out the leg, flex that foot. Maybe you walk it out a little bit further. And we find half split here. Trying to keep those hips squared toward the front of your mat. One more full breath. And then make your way back into that kneeling crescent. We'll bring those hands down through heart center and twist over to the right, tucking that left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Maybe you stay here or you tuck that back left foot. See if you can rise up and lift that knee. And then maybe you stay here or blossom those arms. One more full breath. And then open all the way up into your warrior two. From here, we'll turn that front right foot so we're facing the left side. Bring your hands to your thighs and just gently slide them down your legs so you find a wide leg forward fold, releasing your hands down to your mat whenever feels good. Last one here. Hands come to the hips and slowly make your way back up into standing. Can turn those feet so your heels come in, feet or toes point out. Cactus the arms and slowly sink down into your goddess squat here. Actively drawing those shoulder blades back and together. One more full breath here. Maybe you can sink a little deeper for 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise back up. Plant those hands, step it back, and flow it through. And repeating on the opposite side here. So send that left leg high, three-legged dog. Tap your left knee to your left tricep and kick it back out. Knee comes into nose, cheetah, and kick it back out. Cross it over, left knee to right elbow, and kick it back out. Stay here or flip your dog, planting that left foot and flipping so your belly up. For 3, 2, 1, flipping back over and making your way back to three-legged dog. Step that left foot forward. Drop your right knee down to the mat, toes come long. Kneeling crescent lunge here. Maybe you find that mini back bend. Last breath here. And then shift your weight back. Maybe you walk that left foot out a bit further and flex that foot. Keeping a generous bend in that left knee for half split. One more full breath here. And then making your way back into that kneeling crescent. Hands come down through heart center. And we'll twist over to the left, right elbow on the outside of that left knee. And then maybe you tuck that back foot and see if you can rise up. When you're ready, you can blossom those arms here, and then we'll be holding for 2 more breaths. And then from here, we'll open up to Warrior 2, that left foot forward. Turn that front left foot so we're facing the right side of the mat. Interlace those hands behind your back, shine your chest, rinse those shoulders here, and then find a forward fold, tossing those arms overhead. One more full breath here. Release those hands down to the mat. Taking any final stretches here that feel good. And then bring those hands to your hips. Slowly roll back up into standing. Heels come in, toes point out. Cactus those arms, and find one more goddess squat here. Drawing those shoulder blades back and together. One more full breath. Drop your hands to your knees, and we'll twist it out here, dropping one shoulder at a time. And then coming back to center, plant those hands, step it back, and flow it through. From here, we'll tippy toe walk to the top of the mat, no rush. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, mountain. Down through heart center. And by your side for Tadasana, shake it out. Option to grab a drink here, but we're just gonna keep on moving. Coming into our standing balances for today. We'll start off by rooting down through all 4 corners of that left foot here. I like to pick up my toes, plant them down, and then try to pull that mat towards you. We'll place that right foot up along the inside of your left leg. It can be down by your ankle. Just want to avoid directly at the knee. Hands can come to prayer. And once you find a stable gaze, something steady to focus on, send those arms overhead and grow those branches. Maybe you stay here or drop that right arm to the back of your neck and swivel that left arm under, seeing if you can reach those hands together. One more full breath wherever you are. Release those arms. Bring them down through heart center. Send your right knee straight out in front. Flex that foot, stork. And then send that right leg long behind you, warrior three. Keeping that foot flexed. One more full breath here. And slowly release. Make your way back to standing. Shake it out. Nice job. Should feel all those little muscles in your foot and ankle working there. Repeating on the opposite side here. So this time rooting down through that right foot and placing that left foot up along the inside of your right leg. This might be a little bit different than the other side, and that is a-okay. Again, hands come up to prayer. And once you feel steady, we'll grow those branches up overhead. Option to stay here, or maybe you drop that left hand in between your shoulders and see if you can reach that right arm down and up, connecting at the fingers for one more full breath here. And slowly release. Hands come back to prayer. Release your left foot, send it straight out in front of you, finding stork here. And then when you're ready, left leg comes long behind you, warrior three. Hands can stay at prayer, or maybe you airplane those arms long behind you, trying to bring those pinky fingers into touch. Palms are facing down for 3, 2, 1, release. Make your way back to standing. Shake it out. And then we'll take a few steps back, just a bit here. Can walk your feet out to the edge of your mat. Toes come out, heels come in, and slowly sink all the way down into Malasana, yogi squat. Hands can come to prayer, rocking side to side to open up those hips here. And then if crow pose is in your practice, this is a perfect time to play. You can keep those knees wide and find a frog here. Like so, keeping the knees on the outside of the elbows. Or for traditional crow, bringing those knees in, trying to stack them on the back of your triceps. Shifting forward is the key. Gaze stays high. And then slowly lifting those toes behind you, using your fingers as brakes. Maybe you try to join me as we jump back to a chaturanga. So keeping that weight forward and sending those legs back long. We'll flip those toes into an up dog and then exhale, down dog. Meeting back in a downward facing dog. And then from here, we'll drop those knees, sending your legs long in front of you. Start slowing things down here. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. You can keep a generous bend in your knees here as you just try to lay your chest down on your thighs. One more full breath here. Slowly make your way back to sitting. We'll make our way all the way to our backs. You can start off by hugging that right knee into your chest, maybe rocking it side to side, and then crossing it over to the left side of your mat. Gaze is out toward that right hand. One more full breath here. And then make your way back to center. Releasing that right leg. We'll hug that left knee into the chest. Gently rock it side to side. And then cross it over to the right side of your mat. Gaze is out toward that left hand. And slowly release, making your way back to center. You can hug both knees into your chest this time. Just gently rock side to side, showing yourself some gratitude for showing up today. And then sending those legs out long, letting the ankles roll out. Palms can be facing up to receive or down to ground. As we close out our practice, the moment of stillness in our Shavasana here. And slowly start to wiggle those fingers and toes. Maybe rolling over onto either your right or left side. And then pressing yourself back up into a sitting position. Making your way back into an easy seat. We'll finish out with a final cleansing breath together here. So hands can come to heart center. Eyes can stay closed, or you can have a soft gaze. We'll inhale through the nose, filling up with everything good, positive, everything you're grateful for. Exhale through your mouth, letting go of anything negative, stressing you out. Let that shit go. The light in me sees and honors the same in you. We'll bow to seal our practice, bringing those hands to our third eye center and gently bowing forward. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, rest of your weekend. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you are subscribed to my Salt and Soul page, and there will be plenty of more videos coming your way.